Hey guys, it's been pretty bad in the markets. Like I probably recommend for those of you guys that are in crypto right now, it's probably not a good time to even just look at your portfolios. The market's way down. We were looking at like a $300 billion market cap, and you know that's gone down considerably. So I wanted to show you guys like some of the charts. I mean, here's kind of the trends we've seen lately. Just basically since what was it about Sunday, Monday. Just basically the last 2 days, it's just really tanked, and it just again tanked a little bit more here today. So volumes are up a little bit. So and also if you're kind of looking at some of like the 24-hour volume. Typically in some of these red days, we see, Bitcoin a little bit higher, like 35, 40%. Right now, it's like 30%. And, Tether, is typically one that is, that we see quite a bit more volume. Ethereum, EOS is way up in terms of its volume. Just kind of going down the list. Ethereum Classic just getting listed on Coinbase. We saw a little bit of a pump there, but it's back down. These are the monthly volumes, so you can see like Tether. It's typically not a good sign when you see Tether as high as it is. So but that's kind of where we're seeing at least the overall market right now. If you're looking at coin market cap, or just kind of looking at like the top 100 coins, every single coin in the top 100 is in the negative. So I was kind of looking around. I'm like, what can I talk about? Arbitraging, even arbitraging, like is down slightly. It's come up a little bit with some of the recent kind of upgrades that they've done to the platform. This is CoinGecko right here, which is a really good platform for kind of checking checking some of the prices and whatnot. So it's come up a lot, but it's still down from where we were at 24 hours ago. So, but it's been kind of reassuring to see this is also in the fiat value price, and the price is actually up compared to Ethereum, but the Ethereum price is below 500, which is the lowest I've seen it in quite a while. So, but what I wanted to talk about and kind of look into was some of the coins that are actually up. And so I was like, so I was looking at all of the coins right here. And if you're looking at this is the like if you come in here and you're looking at market cap, we're taking all of the coins, we're kind of looking at the volumes, and I searched by 24-hour volume to see what's actually up. And so a lot of these coins I don't really know anything about. I don't know what ERC20 is an actual coin. I don't know what that's all about. But I thought this was kind of interesting. Like, I don't know any of these coins. So I figured, maybe we'll just take a look at some of these. A lot of these are like not even in the top 1,000 in terms of like their market cap. Some of that's because they don't have a market cap. And, so we're not really seeing, but these are the ones, at least in the last 24 hours, have been trending up. So it might be worthwhile taking a look at some of these. But, yeah, I mean, I kind of got away from, like lending coins, lending platforms. That was kind of like a trend last year. It's really seemed to not really been one that's been viable in the current market. I got into, trading altcoins. A little bit earlier, like February, March, that was kind of like the big thing I was getting into. I thought that was going to be a good way, at least in kind of some of the down markets we were seeing. The market tanked even more. I got into some of the ERC20 contracts. Here's proof of weak hands continuing to go down. So like I'm a big holder in proof of weak hands. Still waiting for the FOMO 3D project to come out. We saw a little bit of a pump in P3D when the release of like the beta testing for the FOMO 3D project. So that's kind of what you're seeing right here. So once like the FOMO 3D project came in, we saw this pump, from basically about 4,200 up to a little bit over 4,600. So about 400 ETH entered the contract, but again just kind of continuing to go down. DApp radar. Let's take a look at DApp radar real quick. A lot of the projects on DApp Radar. They have upgraded their website for those of you guys that haven't gotten in here. It's actually, I kind of like the look of it. I like the way they've kind of done some of this. But if we just want to go explore all dApps, like this is, typically when we got in, this is more of what I'm used to. But I like what they've done here. IDX, Fork Delta, Bancor were the exchanges that were doing quite a bit of volume. And you can kind of see some of the users here. One of the things that I will mention about IDX, and so like I wasn't trading as much in IDX, but I got in there and I was trying to trade Dropil. I was trying to buy some Dropil, and I noticed that my orders kept getting outbid, which means there's bots on IDX. So IDX is botted, and I want to look into that a little bit. Perhaps that might be one to learn a little bit in terms of like how to program some bots that are going to work on that decentralized exchange. I kind of like some of the platforms I've been trading in that don't have they don't have bots really present on those platforms, and so like that's kind of an advantage. So for instance, like arbitraging, like there's no bots on Arbitraging's internal exchange. Like you would need like an API access to be able to tie some sort of software to get in there and to be able to do that. Let me log into Arbitraging so we can take a look at that. But let me take a look at some of the things that are doing okay before we start kind of maybe exploring some of the shit coins. So I think it's always interesting. Like there might be some projects, and if you guys are following any, I'd love to hear about them. But the only ones that I'm really seeing, that are doing well are some of these projects I've never heard of, and so there might be, a few of those, especially with such a low market cap, that might be, just kind of interesting to put a little bit behind. But the arbitraging exchange, which I've been, working with quite a bit, we've seen a little bit of volatility. This is where they were doing some work on the platform. It seems to be a lot faster since they've upgraded. The platform went down for a little bit, and there were some people that were, reaching out to me, asking, hey, what's going on? You can see right here, it broke, the 0.008 barrier. So it was kind of coming up here and almost, actually at one point hit 0.0081. So, and then we've seen a little bit of a correction right now. I mean, it's not going to take a whole lot of ETH. Like some of these are new orders since I last logged in. Not going to take a whole lot of ETH really to bring these prices up. Oops. I can't believe I shook Satish's hand in Thailand in October and didn't attack that crook. What about today's Bitconnect payout? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say what's going to happen, with that situation. People are still reaching out to me to, see. Like I just got a few other messages, like on Facebook and a few other platforms asking about Bitconnect. I don't have an update really to share. I hope something positive comes out of that. A lot of people are negative about it and want to, spew a lot of negativity. I try to stay away from that, and I try to remain as positive as I can. I'm hoping that something comes out of that, but right now it's there doesn't really seem to be anything going on, and Satish is like on the run or something. I don't know. He's apparently he's not in India. He's not in Dubai. No one knows where he is. So I did want to take a look at, so arbitraging's been it's been really bad in terms of like the market cap. So you can see here, like the market cap is at 282 billion. So like arbitraging's been at least doing pretty well in like the last several days, last week or so. Like you can kind of see that here, in the last 7 days. It's even with some of the prices. These numbers here were a lot higher before, but it's almost 5x'd in the last week. It's about 7x'd in the last 2 weeks. So that's been up. I'm also in this mining platform, which has been going pretty well. So I'll show that to you guys here. Asama. Don't have a whole lot of people that are kind of getting into this yet, but there were some interesting developments. I've been, a few people have been reaching out to me a little bit more about this, but you can see here, like, I invested $1,000. I've almost got half back so far. And if we go in here to like my history, you can see like it's paying out. Oh, geez, it's gonna make me log in again. One sec, guys. I hate these stupid. They never work either. Like these street sign. Unreal. Like this is one of the things I really can't stand about this space. Like here are all the cars. Like work. There we go. It just failed twice. I don't know. Anyways, so here's the my history, and so it was like I'm basically getting $5 every day. So that payout was like 0.05%. And if we're looking at the packages, because this is currently like the structure that they have, is you can invest in these packages, and so they give you kind of a range in terms of the income. So it's been 0.5%, but what I've noticed is it doesn't tend to be a whole lot over that, whatever that minimum is. The more invested that you get into these, the higher these payouts can be. I'm looking to put in a $10,000 package here where I can get 0.9%. These ones also, this particular platform and the way this works is it maxes at 3,000. So once you like 3x your investment, that contract is like you have to buy a new contract because you've maxed that contract out. So that's why like I'm looking to put in a larger package and just kind of let that run. You're going to get essentially your capital back a little bit faster. So there's been a lot of developments with Asama. Pretty connected. I've been talking with a few people there. I'm excited kind of for where that's going. That tends to be like a good kind of hedge in some of these red days. Is at least like that's a positive. Yeah, let me check on the chat a little bit. I have about 240 ARB tokens since the ABOT. When I draw to my main wallet, I only received 113 ARB, and I tried to email admin, haven't heard anything. So like probably best for you to get in the Telegram group. I've got a link in the description. Get in the Telegram group and ask some of those questions. But the reason for that is it's tied to the current price, of the ABOT. So like I think some people don't really understand that, is that everything's tied to the ABOT price. So like say it's $4 in the ABOT, and what did you say? You had 250 coins, so you're going to get $1,000 in terms of your total investment in the platform, and then you're going to be making ARB tokens based on the current valuation of that. So they kind of have like some metrics for there. So I know that can kind of be a little bit confusing for some people. I still think the best strategy right now is to just hold the coin. If you're looking for that daily passive income, then it might be better for you to be in the ABOT. I just think that once we see some developments, once we see some news come out, and I think we're going to see something by the end of the month here. I think we're going to see another another kind of bull run with the coin. And if you anticipate that that's going to happen, especially if it kind of breaks over that 0.008 price point and really kind of starts to take off, I would recommend pulling out of the ABOT and kind of riding that price increase up. So to access website from the States, this link doesn't work for me. No VPN, just register. Need VPN for Asama. Shouldn't need a VPN. So I'm not, if the link's not working, I'm not really sure. The link that I have, the asama.life, like that's a sign up link. And also if you do sign up, you need to put in a package within 72 hours, I believe it is. Otherwise, because they're like binary structure and the way they have that set up, they're, they're just basically going to they're going to deactivate your account, or it's just not going to be ready. And so then you probably need to basically set up and sign up a new account. If you're signing up underneath me, when I sign up new people, like I'm taking new people and I'm putting them underneath the people that are already underneath me, because I can only have two, like everyone, they can only have two people underneath them. And so it's like in Asia here, like this binary structure is very popular. So that's kind of the way it works. And it's very, very common here in Asia. But yeah, let's look at some shit coins, huh? So again, kind of coming into these are the coins that are doing well in the last 24 hours. So this fun coin, let's take a look at the #1 coin in the market today. It's up almost 2.5 times. Very small market cap. Very new. Looks like it's, I don't really understand. So I guess it was has some history back in 2017, and it's kind of dropped out. Live coin, open ledger. Let's take a look at their website. So if you guys have a few you want me to take a look at, do you hold U.S. passport? You're currently residing in the U.S. I'm going to say no, because I think what that is saying is if you click yes, it's probably going to say, oh man, you're not going to even let me say no? It won't even let me say no. What if I say yes? We've detected that you are entering fun coin from the U.S. IP address, that you hold the U.S. passport, unfortunately. Well, isn't that a shame? It wouldn't even let me say no. These damn bastards. Okay, well, that one's not going to be an option, I guess. Looks like some sort of gambling site. But that one's been up quite a bit. But geez, there hasn't been any volume the last 24 hours. So let's see if we can find a bigger one. At least has a little bit of volume. $1,000, this India coin. That's still kind of way down there. I like some of the projects in India, but some of these, these are just tiny, market cap coins. Smiley coin. Let's take a look at Smiley coin. Okay, a little bit larger market cap here. Had some huge spikes in that January, and this was like June. It's got a lot of market history. It's been around since 2015. Let's take a look at the markets. Just trade Satoshi. Let's take a quick peek at the website. tutorweb.info. Smiley coin. I don't even understand what this is. Education suitcase. General information. So teachers and students, some sort of high school math department. That's interesting. Some sort of tutor, research-based learning environment for personalized education, for rewarding work in the tutor web. Okay. So there's that coin. Let's take a look at Apollo coin. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a sec. I want to try to find some ones that have been doing a little bit of volume. So this one's up, 66%. Rimbit, let's take a look at this one. And this one's Sloth coin. I don't know, I like that name. Sloth coin. These are some weird charts. That's just not at least a whole lot of volume recently. Where's this being traded? Cryptopia, trade Satoshi. Let's take, what is Sloth coin? This is probably the worst website I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna look at that any further. This is Rimbit coin. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the markets. Yobit, Cryptopia, it's a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit of distribution there. All right, that's not good. Website's unavailable. All right, so far this shitcoin journey is not going well. Well, let's take a look at some of these other ones. How about leverage? Let's take a look at this W3 coin. Let's see here. Sometimes it's kind of funny or just kind of interesting. Like you might go down the rabbit hole a little bit and find one that's worthwhile putting a little bit into, but OKEX, okay, so it's on a pretty major exchange, IDX, but there's no volume. Let's take a look at their website. Leverage J, this is a little bit better. They got a video here. Decentralized leverage exchange. Let's skip through
on the market. Use automated strategies, custom indicators, and follow your favorite traders. No account needed. Simply click and trade.
Click and
Leverage
trade.
began as an exchange for privacy advocates who knew exactly what they wanted, and swiftly attracted a loyal following among experienced. Derivatives are still the largest market in the decentralized
skip through this a
trading
little
model with complete forensic. Manage your trades automatically. Blockchain. Unlike centralized exchanges, leverage stores your.
I don't know. Maybe it's got some. Maybe it's got this little bit of potential here. Here's a roadmap. So still very, very new. This is the best looking one so far. It's on some decent exchanges, an IDX. Of the ones we've looked at so far, that one looks, you know, and it's actually a little. It's got a little bit higher ranking. It's got a little bit more money behind it. $9 million market cap. So, you know, all right. Let's take a look at the next one. All right, this one just, you know, basically looks like since ICO or something, just collapsed. It really hasn't had a whole lot here. Markets, open ledger, decentralized exchange. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at that one. All right, looking a little bit further down the list. Okay, this oh no, that's not the one. Zipcoin. Why is it saying, it's got a ton of volume here. Let's take a look at this one. Zipcoin, Zip. Recently just kind of spiked. Okay, so it's pretty new. Taking a look at the markets. OKEX, so it's on a decent sized exchange. It's a lot of volume here. That's interesting. Let's take a look at their website. Zipper, system advantages. What? What's going on here? Okay. Every time I try to scroll down, it goes to kind of like a new, just automatically kind of goes to a new page here. Zipper news. Okay, so it's Chinese, very Chinese. Interesting. I would say this one, probably Zipper, and this Ledger J so far. Got my looking like the best so far. Going down this list. Centurion, I like the name of that. Let's take a look at Centurion coin. CNT, yeah, it's market's been down a little bit. Where's it trading? I don't even know this. CRYPTOCLOVER, Yobit. Let's take a just quick peek at their website. Yeah, let's see here. Okay. I think it's always interesting to kind of see how people have developed their website. Oh, it's a fitness app? Okay. Bounties depending on daily physical activity. That's interesting. So I guess they're getting on Coin Exchange and Nova Exchange. It's just not showing up. I don't even know this one, or these two, or this Crex. So let's take a look at some of these other ones. This Octus, okay. This one's got some Octus. It's been coming down. Had a lot of volume in April. IDX, Bancor, Radar Relay, Hit BTC. Let's take a look at the website. Well, that looks kind of cool. Supported by OX, Maker, some of these newer kind of platforms. So at least showing their faces, you can look them up on LinkedIn. So there's some transparency there for sure, which is good. Our latest news. Well, seem to be a little bit more a little bit more transparent. Let me see if I can get some information on them, how it works. Provide users with tools and services needed to achieve their retirement goals faster. It's a low fee structure. Yeah. Oh, okay, so it's on a smart contract. I don't know. It looks interesting, I guess. You can see it, like most of these that are in the thousands, like they just have like I mean, you can see like, you know, $4 in trading the last 24 hours. Like some of these just don't really have any volume. They don't have like some figures on some of this stuff, but you can see we're kind of coming down the list where, you know, we're kind of getting, you know, getting to a point now where even these ones haven't had a whole lot of gains. But these are the ones that are, you know, at least have a little bit of positive activity in this, you know, in this market. You can see two marijuana coins, so marijuana coin and Kush coin, but not a whole lot of volume. So I've been seeing some recent news, you know, that I guess like I think in California there's a new banking initiative to basically bypass the federal government so that, you know, there can be, you know, kind of banking for some of the for the marijuana industry, since that seems to be like a huge hurdle right now. But yeah, let's take a look at this NKN. It's got a lot of volume. NKN, kind of like that. That's an interesting logo. But it's really taken a dive lately, but volumes have kind of come up. Gate.io, Switch.io. Like I know Gate.io is a decent sized exchange. I don't know this other one. Let's take a look at their website. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Open source now. Network connectivity and protocol and ecosystem powered by blockchain. I don't know. Looks interesting. So, all right. Well, that's our look from some of these coins. Just buy Ripple. Ripple's a good price right now. DApps coin. All right, let's take a look at DApps coin. Well, it's not showing up on, at least on CoinMarketCap. Let me see if I can Google it. DApps coin. DApps coin. Decentralized anonymous payment system. One-to-one swap peer coming. So still a little bit of a new project. Okay. So they're intermixing with Pivx, Dash, and Zero Cash. And Librazo coin. I don't know these ones. Hippocrates protocol. I don't know. I think it's still new. Looks like it's still kind of basically in like ICO phase. Let's take a look at their roadmap. Peepcoin, DApps. Okay, so yeah, like DApps idea created, and that's kind of where they're at. So they've got all of these other kind of projects in the works. So, yeah, I don't know. Apollo coin. Let's take a look at Apollo coin. This is not showing up on CoinMarketCap. Google it. All-in-one cryptocurrency, huh? It's the first thing that comes up in Google. This is all-in-one cryptocurrency. Let's take a look. Let me move this up here. Ultimate cryptocurrency. The ultimate cryptocurrency. Decentralized exchange. Alias, cloud storage. I got a lot of different stuff on here. Sometimes when these coins are trying to do too much, it can be a little bit of a red flag. But like they're not on CoinMarketCap. That's kind of, you know, I want to see, like, typically, like, I don't, like, I've been presented with a lot of like ICO projects. People are kind of, you know, building their, building their next project or whatnot. And typically, like, my stance is I don't invest in ICOs. I want to see a little bit of history before I invest in something. Like, there's just the ICO market is just really kind of been flooded with all these different projects, and it's really, it's you know, it's a little bit difficult to say, you know, how they're going to do. So I guess they're in Texas here. This is kind of their roadmap. I mean, they're still kind of in, looks to me like they're still kind of in ICO phase. They got some gear. You know, their logo's pretty good. They got a decent sized team, you know. I mean, perhaps. I just want to see a little bit of trading activity, and that's the only thing that's kind of missing here. Like, I mean, they're saying they're getting, you know, added to these different exchanges. You know, the only one that I really recognize or have an account with is HitBTC, and they're not on there yet. So, but yeah, of the ones we looked at, I'm kind of looking at this, you know, Lever J and Zip. Those are the two that, of the ones I've looked at, like, might be worth throwing, like, I don't know, throw $100 at it, see what happens. Cloak Coin is new Monero. Yeah, I own a lot of Cloak Coin. There was a guy, so I don't know how much I can say. So one of the national promoters for Bitconnect, I'm not going to say who he was, but he was a huge proponent of Cloak Coin. Like, that was one of his coins that he was like, you know, if there was anything, like, at the time when Bitconnect was doing really well, he was like, you know, if there was another coin that I was going to throw a lot of money at, you know, he was like, I'm going to put a bunch in a Cloak Coin. So let's take a look at Cloak Coin. I like they had some interesting information on it. It hasn't been performing very well. So I put a lot of money into it, and you know, it just I haven't made out too well, but it is getting listed on a lot of other exchanges. So this is reassuring. You know, it's getting a little bit more distribution. It's still pretty new. You know, 241 in terms of its overall rank. You know, you can see, like, market's it's been around a while, like, you know, since 2014. Just, you know, hasn't really caught on. Let's take a look at the last 3 months. Maybe that give us a better idea, because, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I guess, well, let me see if I can look at the last year. I think I bought in somewhere in January or February. So, like, I think I bought in somewhere around here. And so, like, I'm down right now, but perhaps we might see a little bit, you know, some volume come back, but decent sized market cap. Let's take a look at their website. But the things that I've looked at in some of the conversations I've had, this one looks like a really cool project. Privacy coin. I think there's a really cool video here. I'm not going to play all of it, but you guys can kind of take a look.
Privacy is a human right.
A human right, huh?
This dream, Cloak Coin designed its own secure and untraceable payment system, Enigma. It is an off-blockchain mixing service that allows users on the Cloak Coin network to transmit Cloak privately and securely to each other. Thanks to energy-consuming proof-of-work consensus algorithm. Its codebase was audited by the NASDAQ-listed cybersecurity company Cognosec. Transactions, low fees, resistance against monopolization, rewards of 6% per year, a low circulating supply of 5.1 million coins, and a user-friendly, secure, Untraceable and decentralized digital currency, Clovecoin is the future of daily anonymous payments.
Yeah.
These facts prove that Clovecoin is a promising privacy.
I like Clovecoin. So, like, I own a little bit, but I do have a sell order in. You know, if it pops in the market, I'm gonna sell out of that position. I hear Bitconnect's making a comeback. Where did you hear that? Yeah, Cloak is a solid project. Yeah. But yeah, that is your daily dose of shitcoins in this red market. So I mean, you know, man, it's been a bloodbath in terms of, you know, a lot of the stuff that's been kind of going around. So sometimes it's good to kind of look into some of these other projects. I think one of the things I would like to look into, like, I haven't done a whole lot of, like, you know, technical analysis or really kind of getting into like Tether, or there's other projects besides Tether. Like, Tether's not the only one, but there's other coins that are essentially tied to a dollar that you can kind of like get into and get out of. And so if like you're going to do something like this, would be a really basic way to kind of look at this. So like this is trading view, and if you look at like Bitcoin to US dollar, there are some technical analysis, and this is kind of aggregating like a bunch of different things and giving you kind of like a basic opinion on, you know, whether or not you should sell, you should buy, or whatnot. Like right now it's saying it's sell. So perhaps, you know, we may see Bitcoin go down, you know, even further. And so perhaps like one of the things I was kind of looking at, like it would maybe take some time to set up, and maybe I could do it eventually here, kind of building a little bit of a network here in Vietnam where I can build some trading signals to have some analysis where I'm basically saying, hey, you know, right now the signals that I'm getting is saying that that we're going to see, you know, this coin go up or go down. And, you know, based on that, like this might be a good time to get into, you know, Tether, might be a good time to short the coin. Shorting coins can be pretty risky, but it's been a pretty down market. So that's, you know, there is opportunity in these down markets. You just kind of have to know how to take advantage of some of these different opportunities. But thoughts on now? Yeah, I'm in now. It's still a very new project, still a smart contract project, and some of the smart contract projects have not done well lately. You know, there's really not, the only smart contract, you know, project that's been doing pretty well has been Arbitraging, and it's kind of, you know, it has kind of a, I guess, a different, like, it's not like a now project or like, you know, proof of weak hands, or it's a little bit different. So it's hard to put those in the same category. It's you know, there's a lot of YouTubers that are ambassadors in that program. So I'm one of them. You know, you know, I think that it has, like, I like the layout of the website. I like kind of the, you know, I understand, like, there's been some criticism that, like, you know, Craig kind of dumping on the CG Now project, but he kind of had to do that to basically like rewrite the contract and set this one up this way. So like, I kind of understand where he's coming from. Like, you know, I was one of the last guys to sell out of that project. So like I, you know, probably lost some money by, you know, all of that, you know, that whole situation. So I put 3 ETH, which was the max in terms of like the ambassador buy-in. So like right now, like the valuation of, you know, the ETH that I have in that contract is roughly about kind of, you know, roughly about 3 ETH. So I can't say that I've you know, made money. Can't say that I've lost money. It is still a new project. You know, some of the projects that he's gotten into, like, you know, when he got into proof of weak hands, it, you know, it really exploded. Then he jumped ship, went to Poo, it exploded. He went to the the proof of CG, it exploded. He got out of that because of, finding out more about like the developers and things, that were behind the situation. He created the CG Now project. It exploded. So that's been the history. All those have also, in a sense, pump and dumped. But a lot of the times, like, they really started to go way down in valuation when he got out. So, my whole thing was behind the CG Now project was that he was going to really stand by that project because that was kind of his baby. And that was his project, and he was really kind of getting behind it, but he needed to change it. He needed to change the code. He needed to change the way it was set up. He put a lot of time, effort, and energy into developing this the right way. So I did a video on that contract when it launched, and I had a lot of negativity. There's a lot of people that still have a lot of animosity towards Craig. So some of that is just like I talked a little bit about this on some of my other streams. I feel like some of it's a little bit misguided. There's a lot of people that don't fully understand his history in terms of kind of being a cryptocurrency pioneer. He was one of the first cryptocurrency YouTubers ever. When up there with like Adam Meister, Crypto, and even Ken Bosak. So they were some of the first cryptocurrency YouTubers that had like at least over 1,000 followers that were talking about cryptocurrency back when no one was. So I'm gonna stay in it. I'm gonna support it. I'll see what happens with it. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of money in there, but I'm interested to kind of see how it does, how it develops, and if there's some more innovation behind it. We'll see. Like I think probably maybe one of the negatives was like Trevon not kind of getting in and supporting it. Like initially he did, and I guess maybe he didn't. I don't know the full story on that. I was watching a Trevon video where he basically was kind of giving his thoughts on arbitraging, and his whole stance was basically like, hey, I had this whole situation with Bitconnect. I had this whole situation with the smart contracts. Like, I'm done with those. And so his whole kind of premise for his opinion was basing it on some of his past experiences with those, and some of those experiences have really caught him a lot of negativity. Like, a lot of people were placing the blame on him, which it's somewhat unwarranted, in terms of how the whole situation transpired. So I think he's really trying to rebuild his reputation, and he doesn't want to get into a project that has that level of risk in terms of if he were to get in and start promoting it and it were to not do well, then again, like he's gonna get some of that criticism. So that's kind of that's kind of where it's at right now, or it's like I understand where he's coming from, and it's very possible that he might even be in arbitraging or be invested in it, but he's just choosing not to talk about it or promote it, per se. And honestly, there's not a whole lot of incentive to promote the platform. Like I think I've been talking about it quite a bit. I think I've got like 32 people that have signed up with me, but I've made like $50. So like I'm not making any money by promoting it, but I'm telling people that what I think is in their best interest. Like I'm telling people I don't make money unless people are in the ABOT, and I don't think it makes sense to be in the ABOT right now. I think that the best strategy right now is just to hold the token, and I think wait until the MBOT comes out, wait until we see some activity with that, then perhaps maybe there might be a little bit of strategizing where you may want to have a certain percentage in the ABOT and a certain percentage maybe trading in the MBOT, maybe a certain percentage just holding the coin. But right now, like, I'm just holding. So he should have never left POCG. It would have taken a lot of PO3D times crypto, and Adam Hole jumped on board. After that, there was too much jumping around, and it killed the proof of space. Well, the problem with the proof of Craig Grant project was Kenny Dang and his association with that project. So if you don't know who Kenny Dang is, he first came onto the scene with the ETHConnect project. And, there was a lot of red flags behind that. Like they were copying photos off of the internet and putting that on their like white papers, like this is their team. And like one of the guys is from Japan, and they reached out there, like they recognized the guy, and they're like, hey, like, are you involved in this project? They're like, no, like that's not me. So they, you know, Kenny Dang is a guy that's been like, he in a sense is kind of like the scammer that you want to be a little bit aware of. Like he is very innovative. He's definitely kind of on the cutting edge of what's going on in cryptocurrency. But typically, if like there's a successful project, he's like right behind, you know, kind of scheming like the next plan. And so there was a very high percentage. I think it was like 25% in the POCG project, and there was a large percentage that was basically going to this dev account, which was his account. Like I think if you didn't have a sponsor, or like there was, like it took a while for him to figure it out. Now also, if you watch, if you were watching him in the early days, like when the project first came out, he didn't support it at all. He in fact thought it was racist, you know, because of kind of some of the memes that were on that project. He was very against it at first, and then you know, then like as he started learning a little bit more about it and doing some things, he decided to get in. And it wasn't until later that he found out some of the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. So I don't fault him necessarily for that. I know a lot of people do, and they think that, you know, he's just pumping and dumping and scamming people. Like, I don't see it that way. And I think that if you actually did your research and you actually knew what was going on, you wouldn't see it that way. But people are seeing it from the outside. They're not doing a whole lot of research. And, you know, unfortunately, that's kind of what it is. So he teamed up with another developer, developed his new project, started doing that, and started really getting behind that. And I started really promoting that. I was an ambassador on that project. But he needed to change it. He needed to update it. He needed to set up the contract a different way, and so that's what he did. So, but what do you think of Carat Gold coin? I don't know that one. Let me take a look. I like some of those gold coins because there was like, I'm a big fan of what, Digix DAO. I got a bunch of that somewhere on one of these exchanges. Carat Gold coin, okay. That's interesting. Let me move this up here. It's a little bit better in terms of like the glare. Okay. Generally accepted electronic payment means for those who consider gold as a traditional, true, secure, and value stable medium. Let's take a look. Got a little video here.
Human fascination with gold is as old as recorded history. Congress passed the mint and coin of the Carat Gold coin, one of the most successful in cash gold. It is based on the Ethereum blockchain protocol. Coin Bank, which is also a part of the Carat Gold ecosystem, will be the number of acceptance partners increased until 2019. Until 2020, Carat Gold coin, everything and everywhere.
Well, it's on Hit. Oh, it's not on Hit BTC yet, but. You can see a little bit of their roadmap. I want to see what happens when it hits TPC. If it hits oh, okay. Exchanges we are contacting. So they're looking to kind of expand this. I like these coins as kind of, you know, like a hedge, like but I don't know the validity behind it, like if it is actually tied, you know. I guess this is the main guy behind it, so he's got some videos. Hong Kong headquarters. So, looks interesting. You know, like a lot of these coins, like I like people that are, you know, mentioning some of these projects, because I'll take like a little bit of a look into it. I kind of have it on my radar. And then if I see it again, like if I kind of seen it come back up and up, like that's when I get more and more interested in it. That's actually what happened with arbitraging when I, you know, like I knew about it in ICO, but I was sticking with my rules. Like I'm not investing in an ICO, and I saw more and more people talking about it, and then I just got more and more interested in it, and that's kind of when I started getting more involved in that project. What's going on, Crypto Austin? Semibot, Mbot, Arb will prove us the platform worth worth it or will go to flames. Yeah, I mean, if the project flops or there's some issues or some problems, you know, that's, yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but why did he have to start promoting Proof of Sunny Decree and We Love Supo when he already had CG Now? Yeah, I mean, I think he was promoting the smart contract space as a whole. That's kind of the way I look at it. You know, because those are two pretty prominent YouTubers, and I think like Sunny Decree and Supo, like they knew about those projects, and I think they were kind of like on the fence about like promoting them, and then like I never saw anything where they ended up, you know, really getting in. I know Superman was actually very, I think I remember seeing a video where he was like, he was very close to kind of like supporting that project, but again, if you don't really know the developers and they kind of end up being like a money grab scheme, it might not be the best, you know, best product to be in. But all right, I've been on 50 minutes, so I didn't realize I've been on for so long. So I think I'm going to get off the stream now. So if you guys have anything you want me to take a look at, you know, let me know, and catch you guys on the next one.